So it was tough, and I lost a lot of money. When I say a lot, it's really a lot. I blew my accounts 3 times.
Holy.
Okay, welcome everybody to GMT8. Today we have Justin Khoo, who has quite an interesting background, right? Not only is he a financial market analyst and trader as well, but he is actually the International Judo Federation's in the Malaysian arm. He's the GenSec, right?
Yes.
The General Secretary. And then recently, we've just got news that he's also right now the Southeast Asia Arms General Secretary. So we have an very interesting guest.
Correct.
Hello, everybody.
Correct. Let's start with the very important question. How much time do you have for yourself?
Enough time to have a smile on my face. I still have time. I know everybody's busy, but yeah, I try to make time.
Fair enough. Okay.
Not so much for myself, but for family.
That is key. That is key. But you should find time for yourself as well. All of us tend to be so busy with the pursuit of happiness that we forget what happiness is. But let's not get too philosophical. Let's understand first, what do you do when you talk about the market and all that? What do you do in a nutshell for laymen like me?
Well, I study the markets.
Yep.
And what I do is that I try to digest what's happening, because you have news coming left and right. And then I look at the various asset classes that our traders are looking at.
Yep.
And I recommend to them, I tell them, where to take the trades and what directions to a specific group of traders. Yeah, that's my job in a nutshell. Then I write reports, send them out to the traders, the trading team, and also trading. Currently, also training a team to trade, basically.
Yeah.
So you're the Chat GPT of trade, lah. He's the AI. He gets the information and disseminates it.
It's like, hey, Justin, you are a professional market analyst. What direction is the market in towards now, right?
I tried that.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Didn't work, right? Yeah, so that's why you still need to connect with Justin, right? So amidst all of this, you are advising people, sharing your market insights in terms of the directions of the market, and you're also building up teams. And I guess knowing you for quite some time, this is the team behind you, right? You build teams, you build winners, right? Not only within the sphere of trading, but also within the sphere of judo, right? You do have your own judo academy in Penang, and it has I believe generated quite a number of champions. So yeah, maybe you could share with us your personal journey in the
Judo, I would just label one word, is by accident, to be frank. Because I come from a background of badminton, and then after Form 6, my dad asked me, do you want to apply to go to Japan? And I said, okay, why not? I want to have an experience of going to overseas and that whatnot. Then I applied to various unis, and one particular uni came back to me. It was an international Budo university. And I got it and said, hey, get a scholarship and something's nice. So I went there, but part of the program was actually to immerse oneself with the Japanese culture, and
Which is good.
And that cultural part of it is, for that particular uni, was either judo or kendo.
Oh, kendo. Okay.
Kendo.
Okay.
I wanted to choose kendo because I do badminton, and holding a
stick.
racket and a stick, I think it's the same thing. Whacking people, same thing.
Yeah.
It's a smash.
Yeah. My dad said, no, do judo. I said, what's judo? Throwing people, learning how to fall. And I said, okay. But the most important point was, he said that there's only judo in Malaysia. That at that time there wasn't any kendo, so you can't continue practicing.
Right.
And I looked at it. I said, did some read up on it. I said, wow, it's going to be tough. I'm 19, can my bones stand this thing? It'll be getting thrown.
Yeah.
And he said, no problem. Everybody's going to be a white belt.
Right.
I said, fine, no problem. And I took the bus from Kedah, come to classes 3 times a week, learning how to fall for 3 months. And there I went. I went to Japan. That's it. That's how it started.
Wow.
Hey, but you see the funny part. I also took judo when I was like 12. I was
Really?
younger. Yeah, I took judo in school. But you brought up something very important. This involves everything to do with life as well.
Yep.
Learning how to fall. It's not falling. We all fall. But learning how to fall so that you do not hurt yourself too much.
Correct.
And that's part of judo. And that's part of life as well. So how does that kind of thinking and philosophy has helped you in market as well when it comes to doing what you do outside of judo?
You see, the market, right, is something that's going to humble you when you think you are really that guy, the big guy. And it has humbled me many times, and it helped me because in judo, not only you learn how to fall, but the most important thing is after falling, what do? You get up. That part of getting up, that's the one that's going to really, bring you to a different level. Because, it was really tough because my dad told me I was the only, you're going to learn judo from the basic there. And everybody's going to be a white belt. So, no problem. You're laughing already. The first day I came for a judo class, I went down. I introduced to my friends at the dormitory, and then everybody was getting ready for judo classes. And okay, everybody's a black belt here. Okay, so probably these people they know judo. That's why they are black belt. They want to further their judo knowledge. I said maybe if I go to the dojo, I'll see white belts there, and then you'll calm me down.
Yep.
I opened the dojo door. I still remember until the day. I just opened it. 300 old people inside there. Every single person was black belt. And I still remember I said, oh my God.
For those of you who don't understand black belt, then the belts is basically standard 1 student. Walk into a room, everyone is a Form 5 student. And then you're going, uh-oh. They know more than me.
Yeah, so if those people in Penang, they will understand, the Dhoby Ghat, the cuci kain. So I was like that cuci kain thing. Just every single day for 3 months. It came to a point where I almost gave up.
Yep.
Because it was so tough. We were training 5 hours a day, apart from normal studies. And I always remember the college, the uni teacher said that you need to attend our classes. You slack off in any, you will lose a scholarship and you go back.
Right.
So there I was, I like every single one. But after 3 months, it got to a point it was so tough.
Yeah.
The training, I just skipped 1 day of judo. And I sat in front of my dormitory looking at the dojo, and I said, what I'm doing here? And at that time, a Spanish guy came out from his room too.
Right.
And I looked at him, I said, why didn't you go for class? And he was also down, same time like me, and we were just swapping stories. Me, because I wasn't experienced in judo, and there am I getting this roti canai.
Yeah.
And he came from a background he did fairly good judo.
Yep.
But he just couldn't beat these uni students because at the time I think it was 20 plus.
Right.
He couldn't beat and he was so down. The conclusion was both shake hands. I said, I don't think we want to be remembered as people who give up. Let's do something. So he did his stuff. He didn't share with me what he did, but for me is that I went to the library and started researching on what to do.
Wow.
And that's how, and after the 8th month, I began to enjoy.
Yeah.
And through the first black belt, after 8 months, that's why I started enjoying.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow. 8 months into the journey.
It was tough, but at least, I trained. You need that determination, not only in trading, but in life as well.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's how it got me through.
Yeah. And it's interesting how, we see these chance encounters, right?
Yeah.
With people in our lives to nudge us towards the direction in our lives. So, based on your journey so far, be it in judo, in trading, and even in business in general, right? Where do people draw the line of discernment of what is right for them and what is not right for them? It's like they have to come to that decision. Do I persevere or not? Right? How would you advise people in terms of making that decision?
Tough one.
No, it's you will actually if they if they in a way quieten down, they don't think I don't I would it will come to a point where one day you sit down and you be honest to yourself.
Yep.
Okay, like when I take the trades, am I really doing the right thing, the right researches before I push the button to decide what I want to do? You have to be honest with yourself. If you are not honest, you will always give a reason why I should do this, why I should do that. Because I think every human being, that's part of them that's wise, and they will actually know this thing. Like in judo, for example, if they're equally good in the techniques, then size does matter. And because you believe in that part is never say die. In Japanese, you go Yamato Damashi, and you go against the big guy. You know what's going to be the result already, right? Yeah. So you need to understand this kind of part, and it comes with wisdom.
Yep.
And you can get that when you have a very stable mind.
Yeah. And speaking about stable mind, training the mind is something people don't normally do. And like you said, you got to stick to your guns, your process, everything, especially when it comes to trades. You put your up there, you got to throw your ego out and like, a bit more lah. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't a bit more lah. A lot of people got the a bit more lah or start changing your resolve, and that's where you fall. Especially like what you said as well as judo. But how did you train your mind? What processes do you do? Do you still train your mind until today?
I have to. I really need to, because we are being inundated with information every day, and we really need to like segregate, what is important, what is not important, and put priorities.
Yep.
But for my part, other than that, I practice. In a way, I do meditate.
Yeah.
I'm practicing Buddhist, so it's minimum half an hour to 1 hour every day, and yeah, that's probably my me time. Now that helped me a lot. That humbling experience, quieting down, and just thinking what to do next. But during that period of time, it's just quieting, just emptying the mind. I do analytical meditation a lot.
Okay,
that helps.
So just to go a little bit more about analytical meditation, right? So is it a form of observing your thoughts, or
More like there are two types of meditation.
Yep.
Okay, one is single-pointed meditation, so you're observing your breath, for example. Observing that is more like to bring your mind to be focused, not the monkey mind kind of thing. And the other part is the analytical, where you think of a subject and try to think, because once you understand it, it becomes your experience already. It's no more someone's thought being thrown to you.
Yep.
So I work both, but I kind of prefer and like the analytical part of it.
Okay. Let's talk about this. Since you brought up process and thought, let's go back in time. Okay, you went to Japan. What did you study?
Japan was like a special matriculation program kind of thing.
Yep. So what
Then
was the
after
subject?
that-
Yeah. Okay. Then after that.
After that, I told my parents I think I want to go to English medium.
Okay.
So because I came from the Malay stream,
Yep.
the Bahasa stream.
Yep.
So kanji, the Chinese words, those were really, really tough. And because I had to maintain the scores,
Yep.
they asked me to stay back. The uni actually offered, but I said, nah, I prefer the English medium. So I went to did a program a local program with the University of London.
Right.
I mean IT and management.
IT and management.
IT
Okay.
and management.
IT management. Ready for the jump? Stocks analysis. And how do you do that? What was that? How was that? You know, I mean, I'm not saying it's wrong because I studied electrical engineering and I ended up a DJ. So people always like, how? Okay. What was your journey?
At the final year, my wife told me about her friend
Okay.
changing jobs and being an estate manager, so he had time for stocks, to invest in stocks. I was like, what? Invest in stocks? What's that? And then he said, this guy told my wife, I said, look into this Malaysian stock known as LB Aluminium.
Okay.
I'm like, okay. Then we bought into it, and within a short time made like 200 ringgit. I'm like, is it that simple? That easy? What is this all about? And that piqued my interest.
Right.
And from there on, it's just attending the seminars, reading the books, and it's like to me, I like to do something that excites me every day, that I don't think is work. And that's the only thing that I feel that I can go on and on and on again. And this is like a jigsaw puzzle to me, you know. But the beauty of it, if you're able to solve it, you get paid.
Yeah.
That's a carrot at the end of this journey.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So relating to your trading journey, right? So when it came to judo, it took you 8 months to start enjoying it. When it came to trading, how long did it take for you to really get it and like enjoy it?
It wasn't a nice journey. It's very, very painful.
Yeah.
I went to investing first.
Yep.
Then I felt that it was too slow.
Okay.
It's the wrong
Too
call.
slow.
That's why I say experience.
Right.
Counts at that time. It's just, when you are young.
Yeah.
It's just always, I want it fast. And I attended my first seminar learning US options.
Right.
Went there
Options.
and it's one of the toughest things to start off first for a newbie.
Put, call.
Yeah, what? What? And the terms,
Yeah.
iron condor, iron what?
What kind of bird is that?
So it was tough, and I lost a lot of money. When I say a lot, it's really a lot. I blew my accounts 3 times.
Holy.
But probably because Robert Kiyosaki helped in that part. I'm not blaming him.
Yep.
It's just like he said, for every successful person, successful in business or anything they do, they usually fail 3 times.
Right.
So I think that 3 stuck to me, and when I blew my account 3 times, I said, yes, I blew my account 3 times. After this, it's going to be good. And true enough, it was okay after that. And I'm saying, this thing is because it's here, stuck here.
Yeah. It's back to mental strength. It's
Yeah.
back to that. It's just what you put in your mind. Once you manifest it, it will happen.
Yeah,
in a way.
it's like
That's
Robert,
the part.
couldn't you just say 1? I would have accepted 1.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I think you would not have found a happier person to blow account.
Right.
3 times.
Right.
So it was a lot, but after that, then the most important thing I learned from there is that you want to be successful in trading.
Yep.
You got to trading like a business.
Right. Okay.
Even whatever you do, treat it like a business.
Right.
A lot of people don't. They think, I was attracted because I thought it
was
was
a
like,
game.
Lifestyle.
Lifestyle.
You
Okay.
press a button and you make money, and then
Right.
you live by the beach, with your sunglasses.
Yeah.
Laptop lifestyle.
Laptop lifestyle.
No.
Yeah, it's no fun, especially when it's so hot. You're sweating, and you don't have then suddenly there's no Wi-Fi link.
Yeah.
And you have to rush back home.
Yeah.
Then you panic because like a few seconds can destroy everything.
Yeah.
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 But I want to know, did you have a dojo moment or not? Your judo had a dojo moment where you sat down, you look at your dojo and going, why am I doing this? Did you have a dojo moment for your trading?
Trading, no. It's because from day one, I already said this. Even failed in the first 3 times, right, I never had that feeling that, this is going to last.
Okay.
I always had that belief, eventually, I'll get it. It's just like that belief that's driving me. And that's why I said, I can't find any other thing that excites me more than what I'm doing right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Even as an analyst, I'm challenging myself every single week in, week out. What if I give the wrong analysis to the people who are executing it, my team there? What happens next?
Yeah.
So
So you hold a lot of responsibility, right? Especially when it comes to finance, the responsibility is is leveraged and multiplied, right? multiple folds. So how is it that you have came to terms in terms of that weight of responsibility?
I think about getting used to it, but for me, before I even approach it, I checked. I had to, I was pretty confident that I could deliver.
Right.
If not, I wouldn't be doing it, what I'm doing. So it was that confidence of being able to deliver, but yet still 2 weeks before I started the job, I couldn't sleep. But after 2 weeks, it's like, hey, I told myself, hey, you've been doing this for such a long time, why are you still this? And then after that, I said okay, just do it. And then,
Yeah, and just so you know, to our viewers as well, Justin also formerly worked with one of the major investment banks here in Malaysia.
Not in Malaysia, it was a boutique fund house.
Boutique fund house, right?
Based in Hong Kong. That's where I started. There.
Yeah.
Because I attended all the courses. Available.
Yep.
It didn't work for me. Not because the course weren't good. The teachers were good. I believe their stuff works. It's just I didn't have that experience to use this particular strategy applied to where and when.
Right.
I had no ideas. So sometimes I apply it and then it works for a short while, and then after a few months it doesn't work anymore.
Right.
And I was scratching my head and said, why is this? And you always want to find the holy grail.
Yeah.
Go to the next seminar. So here you lost money blowing accounts. Then I spent money on seminars. So you can see I invested a lot.
Yeah.
And what was that time frame until you finally got it?
I think took me about 6 years.
Fair enough. And when you say you finally got it, so whatever you're using now, you're thinking, is it a mishmash of all the information you have throughout all the different? Because I do know people, this is the way, but I truly believe a lot of people who are successful, I go, I see this, but I'll take 1, 2 because this works for me, the rest doesn't. I take here and here, and then you formulate your own thought process.
You can be a trader, man.
I kind of did for a while. I'll tell you that story after this. Embarrassing, but I will tell you the story after this. But yeah, so what is it a mishmash of a lot of things, or?
That's why the first part, what I did was I stopped going to seminars first, because I went to all and I felt that it wasn't maybe not suitable for me. And so I went to work. When you work in the real world, you see different things.
Yeah.
And the revelation during that time was that the market was manipulated. Huh? And I saw it happening in front. I mean, the bankers, they have more details and they know what to do, and they're doing this, and I'm like, oh my God. That was the second oh my God after the judo thing. And that's from there I started realizing, how it should be done. And I remember my first boss, he told me one simple thing. He said, Justin, if you really want to do well in trading, you should understand what the majority of the traders out there, what do they believe in. And at that period of time, he said, Elliott wave trading.
Okay.
And believe you me, I started moving into Elliott wave, studying a wave, and I had so many arguments because he's always like, he shows me a chart and said, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm like, yes, it's very easy if it's already happened.
Yeah.
Right?
Hindsight is easy.
I want to see it right now is what wave is this. And then, there's so much stuff. But it came to a point where I gave up because it's just too subjective.
Right.
But it stuck inside and said that, all traders speak the wave language. So then I move into quantitative analysis where I get data.
Right.
So I develop data kind of trading. And for some time also, I shared that system with people. Until today, we've been releasing the results. But then again, some people want fast.
Fast is dangerous. Okay, you know what? We're going to hold you there for a second because we got to take a short break. Coming back, we're going to find out a few things. One, my little story that I promised to tell, his little insider secrets. And I want to know, apparently before we started this, Ching, you looked at me and says, do you know y'all met? I'm like, uh-oh. Let's find out the story next.
Asia, the world's #1 digital marketing software platform and fastest growing entrepreneurship community, is now free for life. Your complete digital products and services online sales system, all the tools you want to run your internet business, everything you need to sell products and services online. No credit card, zero fees, it's just free. Discover the new better way to start an online business, build websites, and sell digital products. Create a full website with unlimited products and funnels, with free hosting, subdomain, and custom domain capability, and with more integrations so you can automate your business. It's truly the last online sales system you will ever need. Save thousands a month with free lifetime access to the top most powerful apps in the industry, including the #1 leading page and funnel building platform in the world, with thousands of brand new members making a switch over every single day. Plus, get free access to our private community, free live training, and free affiliate marketing business opportunity. Discover how to get started for free, secure your free lifetime membership today, and access your free software, training, and bonuses right now. Free for a limited time, only at grooveasia.ca.
Welcome back. Oh, sorry. Had to stand up there for a while. Okay, got to prepare myself. Okay.
So welcome back. So diving into the story. I know JJ is excited. It's like, I met Justin before this.
Yeah,
right?
that's
No,
why I was
what's
like,
the story?
what's the story? Where did we meet? How did we meet? What was I doing?
It's all good things.
Oh, okay.
It's all good
Relax,
things.
relax. Okay, cool. How do we meet? How do you know me?
You know the Hits Prado Cruises?
Yeah.
You were driving it?
Yes.
And then you came to Penang.
Right.
You were the first guy who passed me the Boyzone CD. It's so expensive to buy CDs, and you passed me that. I was like, I treasure it until today. So
Oh, wow. Boyzone.
CD.
Dang.
And we went for that competition. I think it's about, you gave tons of things you have to answer. Then after that, you go to the final round, go to KL and open keys. And
Oh, yes.
Remember that part?
Yes.
Yeah.
Unlock the box or something
Yes.
like that.
That one. I failed at the final round in Penang where you have to do the 1 2 tali song thing.
Yes. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. Suddenly we all feel very old. Very old. Okay. My story about trading, how I got into trading is because Bursa Saham had a event called Celebrity Traders. Ooh. What they did was they paired up 15 celebrities or something like that with traders, brokers. What do you call yourselves? The people who tell people what to do. Okay, that person.
Premisers,
No.
Analyst.
Analyst.
So we have 15 different stockbroker houses.
Uh-huh.
So they each of them send one person to pair up with the celebrity and teach the celebrity. So for 8 weeks we had to trade that 15,000. Whatever extra we get or lose is up to us. All right. So when I did that is I sat down with the trader. I said, you willing to put your name on the line? He says, can. So what I did was I told him first week, tell me what to do. Second week, give me options and tell me why you pick their options. Third week, I'm going to give you options. Fourth week, I'm going to trade. You just tell me yes, no, or just advice. And he's like, you sure, bro? I was like, sure. Because I really want to dive in and learn it. So I did it, and after 8 weeks, I think I made 3,008 with 32 different trades from long-term stocks to short. I did all kinds of crazy things because it was possible. And after that, I went on tour with Bursa to teach people the simple understanding of how to trade. And that's what I did. So that's my trade story. That's about it, dude.
For now, that's your trade story.
For now.
32. You made 3,200. That's good.
Yeah.
Did you continue?
No.
Why?
Why? Because no, I continued after that.
Uh-huh.
I continued doing it, but then You see, when you want to really get into trade, this is my beliefs. You have to actually put in the time. You cannot just la 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 la. So you have to actually read the business articles to see what is going on. Is the market talking about? What company buyovers or advantages companies have, especially if you have the mothership company. Do they have stocks down there? You know, it trickle down effect. You got to take time to do that. Eventually I I got no time for this. But even though that, I spend about 30 minutes a day. That's it. And that's all you need. But I didn't spend my time. So yeah, maybe I should pick it up again. Okay. Back to the conversation at hand.
So talking about time, right? So as we know, you hold a huge responsibility in terms of the assets under management or being managed by your traders. And then at the same time, you are responsible for this judo federation over here in Malaysia and bringing up the next generations of winners, right? Of champions. So how do you schedule all of this out, including family?
No, like anything else, it's not like everything all in the same time.
Yeah.
It's built over a period of time. So for the judo part, previously my students, now they are the national coaches set up and everything. They are there already. So I'm there as more giving from the management point of view, looking into how to handle, and then when there's need, I will travel with them. Like I just came back from Thailand, from the Thailand Open. So then I'll pick and choose and get reports, feedbacks from them, because we in Malaysia Judo Federation here, we have one exciting dream. We want to send we want to have the first Malaysian Olympic representative in judo.
Wow.
So we did the impossible. Everybody did not give us any chance, but the student of mine became the first Malaysian to medal at the Commonwealth Games.
Wow.
That's your student.
Yep,
Well done.
from Penang, and nobody expected that.
What was your student's name?
Ami Daniel. Yeah. So he's 19. He is long. So we training him to prepare him for this. So it's about getting them grounded. So same like me, it's like how I'm setting. So first being grounded first, have your priorities, but do one step at a time. You just can't everything. You can't.
Yeah. And so what does it take to build a champion?
Tough one. Okay, let's break it down easier. You said grounded, so that's your anchor, right? What's a good anchor?
One of the things that I always share with them here is that it's very important to be humble.
Yep.
In martial arts, in trading. So I told them one thing, and all the things that's happening to you today, all the good stuff, it's not because of you. It is due to the kindness of other people.
Wow. Okay.
Always remember that.
Yep.
You were brought to this world because of kindness of your parents, and then the knowledge you have, kind of teachers, everybody. So you must have that gratitude. And when you have that, and you're humble enough, you attract people to help you, and you will also learn, because you don't think that you are the best. When you stop learning, that's the part where you go downhill.
Correct.
So that's the part where I always stress upon them, telling them that, when they win, I let you celebrate, but after that, you know what to do next.
Done. So now we got the foundation. We're building a champion here, okay? Foundation, done, grounded, be humble. Everyone understand? Cool. Next one. 4 pillars to put that holds everything up. So what are the 4 pillars? If I know it's like suddenly I have to think about this. Yes, you have to think about this. It doesn't have to be 4. It can be 3 or 2 or 1.
Yeah.
But what is
principles?
Key principles?
Be ethical in our approach to things.
Okay.
That is important. Because if you ethical, you won't go wrong.
Yes.
You won't choose the wrong path.
Yes.
And then you have to be determined to get things done.
Okay.
You know, you win a race by starting from zero. There's no shortcut. You don't start 100-meter race. You start from 0 meters. You can't join 50 meters halfway. But just remember to cross the finishing line. So that is pretty important. Finish what you begin.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
But I think the most important thing is that have a very good lifestyle. You know, if you have a family, appreciate them.
I like that. I like that.
And with the support of people, you can't be all the time you're alone. There will be some times where you need support. Your friends, your families, I think that will be a good place to start.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
So now we've got the foundation.
Yeah.
we got the pillars.
Yeah.
What else do we need, Ching?
Yeah, yeah. I think running behind all of this, right? It's your philosophy, and then you mentioned that you're practicing Buddhist, right?
Yeah.
So what are the key Buddhist philosophies or principles that resonated throughout all of your practice?
I think the key point in Buddhist philosophy is the understanding of emptiness. But not the kind of emptiness people think about. Everything empty, don't do anything. No, it's not that thing. You know, in the early days, people tried, like, what is emptiness? I take my wallet. That's emptiness. I was a joke with that, but it's not that. It's about dependent arising. Still same like the dependent arising. Okay, so it's like just now what I mentioned. Everything that's happened to you is the kind of others. It's depending on something. You are here today because it's dependent on something.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, if you look into yourself, it's really, you don't hold on too tight to something and say, too much is about everything. When you become too important, you create all this self-grasping mind where I'm the most important thing, and that's where problem arises.
Right.
So Buddhism teaches you about that, and that's really true. Emptiness is what about. So when you understand that, you tend to not hold on to something too much, and you start to be relaxed, and that's where wisdom comes in. So wisdom and emptiness, then that's it. That's
I
all.
think we built a nice house here. The foundation done, the pillars done. That was the roof because it shields you from all the problems. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. And with what you've shared, you touch a lot about wisdom and tapping into one's wisdom. So at the beginning of the podcast, you mentioned about honesty, right? Honesty is the key towards wisdom, right? And I think to a certain extent, it's being in touch with reality, right? So in the world that we live in, right? As you mentioned, so much information being bombarded at us, right? How do people know what is the truth or what is their North Star to be able to guide them towards the path of wisdom?
You see that that part, actually my wife, she kind of shared with me, because sometimes you make decisions, right? And sometimes that decision may not be a good decision, and may not be a good thing. For example, telling a white lie, right? But that outcome of doing that, what happens next? It's not telling lie is still bad, but maybe by doing that, it kind of like save that person. So when you make that decision, so she asked our teacher, when I want to do something, how do I know that it's really good or it's really bad? That teacher said, look into your heart. If your heart is really telling you, it disturbs you, you're doing this, hey, it's not a good thing. Hello, then that's not a good thing. If it's a good thing, you will do it with ease. Your conscience is like, my conscience is clear. I'm really doing a good thing.
So there you go. We've got the boy zone just now. Now it's Roxette. Listen to your heart.
Yeah. So do you believe that within every single person they have that guiding conscience?
I believe they do. Sincerely believe that they do.
Right.
That's why they're human beings.
Yeah. So you believe that even with people who have decided, right, intentionally in the worst and most unspeakable sort of actions, they have the path to be able to repent.
Because not everybody's born straight away. They come out from the womb and they decide, I want to be the bad guy. It is their unfortunate experience that led them to that path. But I think given a choice, they would not want to move into the path. You know, even though they may say it, but I always believe like the potential of an acorn is turned into an oak tree. Right?
Yep.
So a human being, the potential is being a good human being. That's
Right.
it.
Yeah.
So that's the potential, like for a Buddhist, from the Mahayanic tradition, the potential of a human being is to be a Buddha one day. So I believe that's the path.
And this potential is achievable for everybody within their lifetimes.
In the present lifetime, it's not going to be easy. But like I said, if you have that pillars, you know, not giving up and believe and, you know, concentrate on what you're doing,
Yeah.
you get it that
Right.
eventually.
And
Okay. Yeah, sorry.
yeah.
Go.
And you talked about nurturing, right? Nurturing that spirit, right? You are a parent, right? So what are the principles that you teach and impart upon your within your family?
The very first thing was just honesty, to be frank. Be honest. You know, because I have two daughters, and you know, we are just from a different generation. It's like for me and my mom, we think differently. So I have to remember that, you know, I was once a kid and how did I react to my parents. I think the most important thing being honest, because when you're honest, then you are able to share, you know, what happened to them or what happened to us, and we learn there. You know, so I think that's important, because nowadays they have this social media and you don't know what
They are consuming.
they're consuming,
Yeah.
right? So at least when they're honest with you, they share it with you, you know, and you know, you can help them in that way.
Opening up that line of communication is key. Like I've got two teenagers as well. Mine is 16 and 13. How old is yours?
18, 15.
To all the guys who want to date his daughters, remember he's a judo master. He can throw you on the floor. Just a warning. Continue.
Oh, now he knows my secret why I had a dojo.
No, we don't.
You have to blast through that thing.
You know,
yeah?
but the hardest part for a parent, this is for me, is to allow them to fail. That's the hardest part for me, because that's how I learned. My parents allowed me to fail, but to see my kids fail, sometimes you're like, oh, why lah? Give it to me. But you know, it's a lesson in life, right? But talking about lessons in life, I'm going to take away from judo in life. I want to go back to your profession. And one thing a lot of people want to do now, times are hard. Everybody like, I want money, I want fast. I want money, I want fast. I want money, I want fast. Stock market, can. You know, that's the worst kind of thinking. But what would you say to someone who's never done stock market, but thinking like, maybe I can earn extra income there and build a portfolio there, but what would you advise to them?
First thing first, I ask, do you have time?
Okay.
And how much time?
And how much time? Yeah, I mean, to build a business, they ask me how much time is like building a business. You have time to build a business?
Right.
Okay. And then choose different path, because it doesn't mean that you want to be just trading. You can go to investing. So if you really don't have enough time to sit down in front of PC, then go to do like dividend investing. That will be a good decision to do. I do that myself. And then once then build it from there. I think it is also important from the Malaysian context to, if you're trading, to choose a proper broker.
Yep. That is
Choose-
key.
Yeah,
That's
that
key.
is key.
Yeah.
That is really key, because I have had the unfortunate experience of making money but I can't withdraw. So choose a proper broker, and read as much as people, you know, experience of people who has been there, done that.
Yep.
You know, read a lot, gain from that experience, and slowly build it from there. I think that is very, very important to start off with.
Cool. So just before Ching Yu adds his part, just for those of you, I doubt it, but if there are people who don't understand the difference between an investor and a trader, trader is the one buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Investor is put inside, and then at the end of the year, they get dividends. Companies pay out dividends. Those are the things that the investors do. They look at good returns, invest there, buy the stock there, and then just wait. And then end of year again. Okay, so those are the two differences. Now you understand. Continue, Ching Yu.
Yeah. So when you talk about treating trading like a business, right? What are the two top business principles that applies within trading?
Focus, laser focus on what you're doing.
Right.
And this is also within the context of the sort of instruments you trade, the time frame, and all of that.
Yeah, you have to be very focused. And the second part, flexible, because you're dealing with all the minds of the world, trying to beat each other out.
Right.
And you have to be flexible. If this way don't work, then go another one. That's the reason why I was so attracted to the wave principle. I call it wave principle because it's just not elite wave.
Yeah.
Because the wave principle is flexible and it gives you ability to understand where majority people are trading.
Yep.
So don't go too special and listen to this. This is a new trading system. If 75% of the traders out there in the banks, they trade using the wave principle, then you look into that way, I think it should be okay.
Yeah.
And the way I approach it is very simple, is that I don't want to be the guy who calls the very top or the very bottom, okay? Be it in investing or be it in trading. I prefer the big boys to move first, and then if it's move, you're going up, confirm, I try to follow.
Right. Because they've got more leeway to lose than you.
And
They
build
don't
the
want to
momentum.
lose.
They don't want to lose, and they have the means to
Yeah.
push an asset class to that direction.
Yeah, and sustain that movement throughout as well.
If you didn't understand a word what we said, go read.
Go read, yeah.
Go
and-
read, get more information,
Yeah.
learn, then only trade, okay?
Yeah, and in fact, we'll probably drop a link in our show notes or within the description, where you can join us, our community. We do have an active community where Justin shares his insights and open up opportunities for you to learn more about waves, and then how is it that you can eventually become a professional trader and investors in the market as well, right? Yeah. So when it comes to being in this market for so long, would you advise your daughters to get into the same line?
Only if they have the interest.
Yeah.
Only if they're interest. But
Yeah.
actually, I started both of them with dividend investing already.
Okay, well
Yeah.
done. Because that is for the future.
That's
Because
for the future.
because sometimes dividend investing gives you more interest than a FD or whatever.
Yeah, teaching them to be responsible with money.
Yep.
That's one, because I always worry. One day when we are not around, and what happens to them.
Yeah.
So I wanted to give them the ability to decide their own future.
Yep. Yep.
But
Yeah.
not trading, because they are still studying.
Yeah.
But mainly
Yeah.
dividend investing, so they can understand what is a good company, what's a good business.
And within an environment of rising interest rates, right? Do you see the appeal of active trading getting less, or the demand is still the same out there in the market?
This trading thing is not going to go away. It's recession proof, regardless what market people are going to trade. It's just the style that you use that will change.
Yep.
So in the current environment, I think the short-term traders, they would do better, whereas the medium-term one, they would, if they try to attempt and try reverse trades, they will be in trouble.
Yep.
So that's why the being flexible, that is very, very important. Either that, or you change your way. In last time you used to take your resize, increase your resize, so there is more wiggle room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, but eventually, market always corrects. It will go back to a different market. It doesn't always stay the same market.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I like that. You know, I'm so happy. I understood what he said.
Yes.
I understood what he said. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I remember all these lessons that I learned along the way. But
Yeah.
cool.
And we'll definitely simplify it more for those of you who
Yeah.
are interested in journey. Of course, one of the brokerage just that Justin advises and is actively part of is called VT Markets as well. You can learn more within our show notes that we'll be sharing in the description and in the chat. So as we wrap up this session,
Yep.
okay, what's your final words to the future champions out there,
Yeah.
or maybe your future champion daughters out there? Imagine that. What's your advice, in the world that we live in today?
I think the most important thing I've already mentioned before. I mean, be humble, and then be focused in what you do, because it's where your attention goes, result will show. Simple as that.
Yeah.
And as you go along, be flexible. Don't always be too rigid. That rigidity causes a lot of
Correct.
anxiety.
Tension.
in
And,
yourself.
and it's easier for people to drop you.
Yep. We
So,
live in an exciting world. You
Yeah.
don't know what's going to happen next.
yeah. So have a system, but at the same time have the flexibility, for the system to adapt to the environment
Yep.
that we're in. Okay, so with that,
How do people find you? I mean, where's your judo class? And just in case anyone watching and they're in Penang,
In
right?
Penang, Tanjong Tokong, the Vantage.
Right. Okay, so there you go. Tokong, the Vantage Judo Studio. Other than that, how do people get in touch with you, see you, follow you, understand what you are?
I am really I don't do
Low key, no
Low
social
key.
media. Okay.
So
Then the
contact
links that he Ching you mentioned, there. That's
Yep.
where you. Okay.
yeah,
Got it.
and drop in the comments if you would love to learn more from Justin,
Yep.
right, and have him more on our podcast. All right, so with that, thank you very much, Justin.
Thanks, buddy.
much.
Thank you so much for the conversation and hope you enjoy the Boys Zone CD.
I've enjoyed it 2 years.
All right, man. But once again, don't forget to join us the next week as we have a new guest and we discuss new different angles as well. Don't forget, put it in the comments. Tell us what is your driving force, what anchors you down. Would love to hear what you have to say. Put it in the comments and continue this conversation. But other than that, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Like, share, subscribe. I'm learning how to say that. I'm a podcaster
You
now.
podcast.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Bye. Ciao.